I believe this is, nope, this is John Lennon. He doesn't have an amulet. I'm not sure if he knows this. But he started the match with no Ammy. They both started balls to the walls with no amulet, unless I'm glitched or I'm bugged. But the others, I can see their amulets. So we got red team getting the high ground right now, trying to put the pressure down onto Boris Johnson. He's backing up a bit. Good pull by Boris Johnson, but he's taking heavy damage right now. A friendly Mesmer and Wigglemount doing a really good job of putting up the pressure. Wigglemount's getting a little low, but Boris Johnson is looking at death right now. He's able to sustain a bit, but Wigglemount actually goes down. Huge prime light beam coming out from the blue team. That was a really, really good job. I didn't expect it to go that way. It actually, oh, he still got the down. He might be able to still get this. No, he gets res from the actual down from Wigglemount. Oof, that was pretty intense. Not too bad. Let's see.
Okay, Prime Mike.
That is John Lennon, and that should be Murd. That was a really good match. That was.
Yeah, that was super close.
Yeah, that was super close. A lot closer than I thought. But I'm going to use Chrome and Monster as the new teammates. Maybe I'll even use Monster to go back to his original match after this, just so he can keep the tourney flowing super close. Our next match after this is going to be actually Monster. I'm not going to do that right away. Maybe that's a part of where it's going to be Tygo and Z versus Joe Ooga Booga and Flame Boy. So Z, you're up with Tygo. I believe it's Tygo, yeah. Yeah, Tygo.
After this match, right?
Yeah, after this match is going to be Tygo. Chrome, it's a best of 3 series. Thanks so much for watching, guys. And like I said at the beginning, you have to be a little patient with me because it's going to be a little rough trying to get everyone in and make sure everybody understands the flow. But be a little patient; it'll go really well. We have some pretty solid teams in here, and it's going to get very interesting. If you enjoy this type of content, just hit that follow or that subscribe button. I'd really appreciate it. It takes a lot of work to put on these 2v2s and to gather up enough donation. So I'd really appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much. Either way, I hope you enjoy watching it.
Yeah, you heard it here live.
Pang pang.
Live in Times Square.
We're going to take a quick look at what the... Well, where's Chrome? Chrome, are you able to get back in?
Oh, am I going in?
Yeah, you're back in. It's best of 3 series.
Oh, shit. Good.
So let's take a quick look at the Mesmer, what he's running here. He's running with Staff. I don't know why Staff, but he likes it. He's got Rabbit Amulet with Rune of the Undead. He's running with Dueling Chaos and Mirage. Let's take a quick look over here at what Wigglemount is running. Tools, Alchemy, and Hollowsmith. They actually did a really good job on the first engage on the first match. I was really impressed with that. Let's see if they can reproduce that. They're going heavy on Wigglemount. He looks like he's already taking heavy damage, and he's down. Friendly Mesmer wasn't there to give him any sort of sustain or take some pressure off by putting down some damage. Big Primate Beam lands on him. Doesn't look really good. I'm going to start informing the next guys. Next match.
Bro, I don't know if you realize, but blue team has no amulets.
I know, they're doing it on purpose. I think they're doing it on purpose.
That's correct.
Just to meme, right? To meme the first match, I guess, the first round. So our next match is going to be Tygo and Z versus Joe Ooga Booga and Flameboy. Let's take a quick look at when they enter. Once again, guys, thank you so much for coming to watch. I really appreciate it. We're going to get some really good matches coming up very, very, very soon. And I just got my webcam today, so I can say hi to you guys and you can actually see me. So we got Z over here. She's running Blood Magic, Soul Reaping with Scourge. And then we also have her running with Staff, Scepter, Torch. She's running with Sanctuary and Sage Amulet. We got Jigen on the other side of her, running with Rune of Strength and Marauder. Jigen's been in a lot of my tourneys. He's a really strong competitor, and he's used to these, so he's good under the gun. Beast Mastery, Wilderness Survival, and Soul Beast. You can never really count him out. Oh, Shablamo lost his partner. No. I might have to give you guys a bye, unfortunately. It's a little too late for me to even find a partner, so you guys, it looks like you're moving forward already. So Tygo and C get the bye. Shablam can't find his partner, he's not there, so we're going to move over to Mango and Levy Killer versus Evo and Dilly Bob.
Oh, okay.
Next up, we have, who did I say that was? Mango and Levy Killer versus Evo and Debbie Bob. Chicken can move out. Let's see who this is. Is this Levy Killer? Yes. Or Mango can move out. I'm going to put you in spectate, Mango.
Shrugs.
Cheers, my dude.
Cheers, man. I'm not sure if he goes here. Like I mentioned, guys, this first round's going to be really shit. Nice, nice, nice. I think I got Pardo here. Nice. SF Pardo is going to take the place of Evo. These were both subs. So this way we can still get a match without getting a bye. SF Pardo's coming in, so give him 2 minutes. Let's take this time to look at Young Lean over here. This is Levy Killer. He's running with Virtues, Honor, and Firebrand. And he's also got Rune of Aristocracy and Sage Amulet. He's also got Axe with Shield and Sword with Focus. Hold on. You are red, sir. And then let's take a look at Mango from the Mist. He's running with Nightmare Amulet and Carry On Amulet, with Sword Shield, with Mace and Axe. Okay, in front of me. So we're just waiting for Pardo to come in, and Mango for the Mist. I took a look at that. He's running Corruption, Invocation, and Herald. Let's take a look at Moira, Fire, Arcane, and Weaver. He's also got over here Balthazar, Sage Amulet, with the Focus Offhand and the Sword. Perfect, here we go. As soon as we get into the quarterfinals, all the teams should be here because they've all participated. So it should go much smoother. It's always like this with 2v2s. 1v1s is much easier. You can skip over or find a sub very, 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 very quickly. It's not difficult. But this can get a little hairy sometimes. You just gotta be quick. So here we go. Starting up, SF Pardo, who's supposed to be in the first one for Monster, but is not. So Rune of Divinity and Celestial Amulet. Mango and Levy were a last minute to sign up. He wasn't sure if he was going to find a partner, or he actually ended up finding a partner. And actually Naru and Helio's team couldn't end up participating as well, but one of them found a substitute for one of the other participants. So here we go, starting off the first round. Blue team getting the dominant position already, but looks like they're trying to focus on the Elementalist. I'm not sure if that's the greatest idea. Pardo's taking a lot of damage as Firebrand, and quickly he's dispatched of a lot of condies really quick. Mango and Levy are still keeping a lot of pressure on him, kind of getting him down so they can take care of Moira with just Moira there. Big CC chain, putting her down. It's not going to be long before she goes down. Doing a good job sustaining, not bad as an Ellie. 11 stacks of Torment, that's pretty much going to put him down. Our next match after this match, is actually going to be Chris and Space Pen versus Matt and Badass. Let me just let the contestants know. Was that Matt and who? Matt and Badass. Oh, sorry guys. The action's starting. No, not yet. They haven't readied up. Oh, thank you, AJ the Gemini. I really appreciate you posting the bracket. I don't do a monitor, and there's a lot going on, especially for 2v2, so I can't always keep track of everything that's going on. But I thank you so much for any little bit that helps. I really do appreciate it. Also, if you want, click that follow or that subscribe button. I'd really appreciate that too. It shows that you guys are watching and really care about the content that I'm trying to put out. Holy moly. Looks like, oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate that, man. Woot woot. So SF Pardo is getting focused this time. They're doing a good job of beating him down. The Firebrand is trying to support him as much as he can, but it's just too much damage coming down. SF Pardo goes down. Sorry, I was reading a little comment there. That's thank you, Get Him the Crow. Thank you so much for that follow, man. I really appreciate that, bro. Thank you. Stuff like that really makes this worth it. So you guys can see my content that comes out next. And I try to do these almost every day. 1v1, 2v2. I even did a Fashion Wars yesterday. You can see, yeah, you can see it in my highlights.
And I missed it.
It was actually Toxic Death that won. Everybody thought he looked like a dungeon raid boss.
Yeah, they look really cool.
So we got Space Pen, Space Pen and Chris. Chris is running with, actually, what is he? He's actually a Revenant Firebrand. This could be pretty deadly. He's running with Rune of Leadership with Marauder. He's got a staff with a sword. And we got Space Pen over here. He's running with Rune of the Traveler with Mender, Sword Focus with Axe Shield. He's got Honor, Virtues, and Firebrand. What he have typical? Yes, he did Invocation, Devastation, and Herald. And let's take a look at our other contestants over here. He's running Fire, Arcane, and Tempest. He is the Elementalist with, so with this Matt and Bad Arts, he's running with the Elementalist, and he's also got the Leadership Marauder with Warhorn and Scepter. Let's take a quick look at Smokin before the action starts, actually. Rune of Strength with Demolisher. Looks like he's running Classic Spellbreaker, Discipline, Strength, and Spellbreaker. I'm not sure who I would give this to, but blue team looks like they took one to the bottom. Red team already gets a top advantage. We're being patient on the engage, kind of feeling each other out. Smilkin coming in heavy on, what was that? Was he on the Ellie? Yeah, no, he's coming hard on the Revenant. Firebrand's trying to sustain him. He's got the bubble up. Zing taking a lot of damage. He's got to back out a little bit, or at least get some sustain or some peels from the warrior, which he can't do, and he ends up going down. Oof. Space Pen and Chris are putting some heavy damage on blue. Smilkin's in some big trouble. He's trying to get away. He's got Zigazin or Mats in mist form, and down goes Smilkin. Sorry guys, I'm kind of new to this as well. I've only been streaming for about, say, 2 weeks now, almost 3. I just had a lot of people asking me to put this content out on Twitch so they can see it. They see me doing a lot of in-houses, so they're curious and they want to participate. So here I am putting out the content, trying to shoutcast. There's a lot of things I gotta learn. There's a lot of names I don't know, but eventually I'll get it. Thanks so much for coming, guys. I really fucking appreciate it. So we're gonna do that again one more time.
From the top, Mike. One more time.
Next after this is gonna be a really good match, actually. Kiba and Zoj versus Magic Boy and Simon. There we go. They're getting the high ground. Space Pen taking a lot of damage at first, but he's got a lot of sustain as a Firebrand. Zig taking some big damage again, but he's got to be very careful with that. He can't stay inside the pocket for too long. He's got to kind of put his damage down. I've got to get out of this camera angle. He's got to kind of put his damage down and get out. Ezekiel's doing a good job of trailing him, as he is a Revenant, so it's kind of easy for a Revenant to do that. Space Pen doing a good job of mitigating the damage. Ezekiel's in a big bad place of hurt right now. He's got to get away and create some distance. He's got a lot of regen as a Spellbreaker, but he's not able to take advantage when he's got the Revenant all over him. Oof, and Zig is down. So it looks like our next match is going to be Zoj's team versus Magic Boy's team. So it was Space Pen and Chris that move on. There's also Mango and Levy Killer that won their other match versus Hardo. So now we have Magic Boy and Magic Boy's team versus Zoja's team. There's Magic Boy's. No, I'm just looking for Zoja's team. He should be in here. There they are. Magic Boy contends in a lot of my 1v1s. He's very, very familiar with these. He does a really good job. He wasn't going to enter at first, but he ended up deciding at the last minute, which I'm very thankful for. He's always a good contender and puts on a great show. So we've got Sanctuary and Sage Amulet. Let's take a look at the unwanted side noter. He's got Sword with Dagger. He's got Short Bow, Wound of the Scholar, and Marauder. And he's running Deadly Arts. I think that's Trickery and Acrobatics for the Thief. Let's take a look at Kiba over here running on Hollowsmith. I believe it's him. Alchemy Tools and Hollowsmith. He's also got Revenant with Demolisher Amulet, Main Sword, and Shield. Let's take a look at Amaryl over here. Zoj, she's running with Titan's Vengeance. With the Shield and Axe, actually. Sorry. Great Sword with Rune Strength and the Amulet. Demolisher Amulet. Discipline, Strength, and Defense, a regular core warrior. He's pretty good at this and very strong with it. Let me tell these guys to ready up to start. Let me take a minute to look at this here. Next match after this is going to be Helio versus Mike and Corin. Oh, Helio's team versus Mike and Corin's team. I actually participated in it just to make sure we had an extra person. I'm going to need to find another sub actually, because I missed someone. So here we go, blue team coming in on heavy. This is going to be a really good match. PH Magic Boy's got a lot of sustain. The Thief can easily get out while PH Magic Boy takes the brunt of the damage. He is taking quite a bit right now. He's got to be careful. He can't use too many cooldowns in the process. But Elon Musk is getting really low. Amaral as well. He won't be able to provide him with too much support if he gets any lower. Keelan's got to get out, at least create some sort of distance and get behind LOS. Just try to get away from PH Magic Boy and Unwanted. It's going to be hard to get away from the Thief, but at least Magic Boy, you can kind of sustain some of that by hiding away. It doesn't look really good for Kibo. He's taking a lot of damage. He was able to sustain on that with that big combo heal from the Hollowsmith. Now he's getting the high ground. Oof. PH Unwanted was getting really low. He got caught in a couple big bursts, but he was able to kite away as a Thief. We still, Magic Boy is getting incredibly low now. They see that blue team, so they're trying to capitalize on this. They may be too low to even try to peel for each other. Unwanted side noter does regain some of his health, and Merrill is starting to get low, but I don't think the warrior is the hardest target to get, or the easiest target. PH Magic Boy ends up going down in that one, actually. Unwanted side noter is left. Amarel's low, but not low enough for a Thief to be able to take him down, so it looks like that Kiba and Zoj are going to take this first round. But like I mentioned, PH Magic Boy is really good at okay, Grimjack, sorry about that. I'll make space. Let me tell these guys.
What Magic Boy are you good at, dude?
So that's them that takes first match. That was actually, I didn't expect that. But like I mentioned, PH has been in a lot of tourneys. He knows how to adjust. I've already explained the rules. So there's simply just no class stacking, and the class you start with is the class you finish with. Anything else can change. You can change everything if you want. Thanks again for watching, guys. Click that follow or click that subscribe button. I'd really appreciate it. So here we go, PH Magic. Ooh, I think I got a donation. 50 gold from Smilk and the Pollen. I'm supposed to be sending gold to these people as well, but it's going to be very difficult. I got a lot of things. So here we go. Let's see how they readjust for this. Both blue team going for the high ground right away, coming in hard at Miracle. The Warrior trying to get some big bursts on PH Magic Boy. He's doing a good job sustaining, even avoids the shockwave coming from the Hollow, who even waited a bit. Amaral getting really low now. He's got to be very attentive of his health pool and how much damage he takes. He can't stand toe for toe in this position. He's in Rampage though to try to mitigate a lot of damage. He's out of Rampage now. PH Magic Boy realizes this and he's coming for him. He's already down to 37%. This is where it starts to get a little dangerous. Keelan trying to peel for him, but oof, look at that. Good adjustment by PH Magic Boy and Unwanted. They really focus their target down. It's not over yet. Amaral still has Rampage, so the Thief still got to be careful, and if PH is low enough, he can still get the kill off Rampage. The Warriors are always very dangerous, especially right here, as I mentioned. It's not over yet. He's still in Vengeance. If he gets this down, PH Magic Boy's in real big trouble. But at the same time, Vengeance is starting to tick out. It's going to be no point in getting PH Magic Boy while he's still there. Now he finally goes down. They get Keelan Musk. We got our first 1-1 series going on here right now, guys. And as I expected, this was going to be a good match, and that's exactly what it is. A really, really good match. PH Magic Boy is actually, and his partner, who was it? Simon, yes. PH Magic Boy and Simon actually take game 2. So now this is game 3. Pressure on both teams. Sorry guys, I'm just whispering some guys. I don't think I had him. The next team coming up, oh yeah, it's Helio's team versus Mike and Goran. This match is going to be interesting.
Who's Helio's partner?
I think it's Grimjack.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure. Did you get in, Grimjack? Fuck, there's so many people whispering me. He asked me to let it get him in. And I thought I asked someone to leave. I think someone left.
Didn't SF Pardo lose?
Yeah, SF Pardo lost, but I'm probably going to use him again because I had to switch him around. He was a free agent with another. It's a long story, but everything's working out so far. We're going to get into the quarterfinals, and it'll flow much better. Kiba already taking huge damage. They've actually switched target. They're not going after the Warrior this time. They're actually going after the Hollow Smith. I don't know if it's going to pay out for them. Unwanted is getting really low now. He's trying to keep all the pressure he can, but they both reset, and I don't know how this is going to turn out right now. They're still trying to keep pressure on Keelan. Amaral's a little high. Unwanted is starting to change focus onto the Warrior. Unwanted is actually really low, but he's not a good target for them to get, as he can kite very, very, very easily. They will try to want to keep an eye on PH Magic Boy. They're both kind of sustaining right now, and Unwanted's trying to create some distance and get away, which he's doing a really good job of that. Right now he's just pew-pewing from far, trying to put down any damage he can. PH Magic Boy taking the brunt of it, trying to sustain while he can. Oof, but a little too long. He stayed out too long. PH Magic Boy is trying to miss to him, but it's going to be over here right now. And it looks like Keelan Musk and Zoj take that round.
No.
So now it's Mike and Goran versus Helio's team. Thanks again for watching, guys. I really, really, really appreciate it. And Goran, you too, buddy. Thanks for participating, man. You're a beast. Thanks, Get Him the Crow. I really appreciate that, man. I'm not really good at casting. I'm kind of new at it, but I'm learning. I try to cast while I do my ranks. I try to cast when I do my 1v1s. If you want to take a look at my videos, take a look at the highlights. Those are what I deem worthy to watch. Sherlock shouldn't be in there just yet. It's going to be me on Goran. Goran, are you ready?
Yep.
Enter the arena, my friend. Oh yeah, it was Incarnate actually that was taking Helio's spot. Let me just go and spectate really quick so I can show you what he's running. Curses, Soul Reaping with Scourge. He's got Sage with Balthazar. Let's take a look at Helio really quick. He's running with Staff, Mace, Shield. And he's running with Monk and Mender Amulet. He's running with Valor, Honor, and Firebrand. Let me just jump back in so we can get this match started. Oh, you can take a quick look at what I'm running. This is what I always run: Zeo, Radiance, and Valor. I also run with Immunity, the Eagle, and Marauder, which I'm testing. Sword, made great sword with sword focus. So here you go. Who do you want to focus first here, Gordon? So Zamazenta. I can't target him. I wish I could. He doesn't have healing. He doesn't have revive signet there. So let's go after the Necro. He's healing him like a beast, bro. Ooh, I'm stuck. He knows that's a no port spot. Back out, Gorin. Back out, Gorin. No. I'm gonna try to peel for you, buddy. Go after the Necro. Go after the Necro. The Necro, Gorin.
I was low.
No, I'm coming.
Yeah,
Okay, that's game one. The next match after this is actually going to be McCameron and Achilles. Let me put my music down a little bit there. Next match after this is going to be McCameron and Achilles versus Vitello and King Basher.
Alright, dude. I don't know about if you jump in or too far, like, it's gonna take me some time to get to you.
Okay, so I'll wait for you to engage and then I'll engage.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard to engage, though. This team is a super bad matchup. Oh well.
And it's Helio and...
Firebrand healing.
Yeah.
But here, I can kind of visit the start. But let's do it like, move on to the right, okay?
Okay.
Starts, like
So we're still going after the Firebrand. We're still
right
going...
behind the...
Are we going for the Firebrand or the
column.
Scorch? What did you say?
We tried the Firebrand.
Okay.
That didn't go so well.
We're trying the Firebrand? Okay.
Yeah, just follow me. I'll drop right here. I'll move to the left.
Oh, I didn't want to do that.
Watch out, disengage you. They're gonna drop a big bomb right here if you can. Yep, they're dropping those bombs.
No, Gorin, I can't get to you. Dab, you have your partner, you said?
Yeah, it's knocked.
Nice. Sweet, 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 sweet. Still have my cake over here, guys. You need my cake.
Wait, did you say it's knocked?
Yep.
Poggers.
So it's Helio that moved forward. McCameron and Achilles versus King Fidello and King Basher. They should be here. Looks like they're entering the arena now. Let's take a quick look at what... Why is he swapping so much, this guy? That's Fidello. That's Hack Silver. I'm not sure why Hack Silver is in there. Achilles and McCameron. And here we have Fidello. And I'm not sure if Hack Silver is. Let me just confirm this. I'm trying to eat my cake too, god damn it. Okay, perfect. So this is who we're supposed to have. This is the second to last match in our first round. So here we have Rune of the Balthazar with Sage Amulet. He's running with Sword Focus. He's running with Fire, Arcane, and Weaver. Over here we have Precision King running on the Scrapper, Inventions, Alchemy, and Scrapper. And he's running with Rune of Divinity, Marauder Amulet, and with the Hammer. Ooh. McCameron over here He's running the Holosmith as well. But he's running tools, well not Holosmith, but 2 engineers. Tools, Alchemy, and Holosmith. With Runa Leadership and Demolisher. Spartan Cucumber. Mirage with Carry On. Here we go, let's get right into the action. Oof, oh my god, Precision King taking huge damage right at first, making no fault, taking them out super quickly, leaving no doubt who's the stronger team.
Damn.
It was very quick work, holy moly.
Spartan cucumber. Nice.
Fat Girls Save Lives. Our next match after this is going to be... Did I do that? No, Monster and Moustache versus Dab and John Doe, which is not. Who is your teammate, Kroot? Let's see if...
Not Kroot.
Not Twitch. Let's see if Precision King can avoid a lot of this damage right away. He's got to be able to mitigate a little better. If he gets too much pressure on top of him, it's going to be over. Yeah, I do need a stream profile pic. Definitely going to change that. Precision King down already as first. And it looks like Corny's the next up to get him. Hold on, guys. I'm just going to run to the map chat really quick to shamelessly promote. I'm that asshole that you see all the time in map chats. Spamming. Give me 2 minutes, guys. 2 minutes. Okay, have you guys entered your match, Deb?
Yeah, we're waiting on the opponents.
Okay, perfect. Hey, thanks so much for that, man. Yeah, Moon Man. Thank you for the follow. I really appreciate that, bro. Thank you so much. That really shows the appreciation when it comes back to me. It's hard work to do these, actually. 1v1s are not so bad. 2v2s are pretty hard. 3v3s get even worse. And I'm eventually going to do a 5v5, mark my words. If these guys don't enter, it's actually going to be me and Sherlock. I'm going to just put me and Sherlock together. And then after this, we'll get through the first round and it won't be a problem anymore. Sherlock, are you here? Give me a minute, guys. I'm trying not to use myself as a substitute. I'm seeing if there's someone in Spectate that can that wants to do it. Oh, there he is. There we go. So I got this Lollipop Princess, and it's gonna be Sherlock. Let's take a quick look over here at what Nox is running. He's running. Ooh, he's got Valor Honor with Radiance. Valor Honor with Radiance. Interesting. He's running with Harrier Amulet and Rune of the Herald. Looks like he's going for Sustain, Sword, Shield with Focus Mace. Let's take a look at Dabs really quick. He's running Hollowsmith, Night Amulet with Resistance. They're more tanky alchemy inventions in Hollowsmith. Sherlock over here usually runs more of a Bursty Ranger Wilderness, Beast Mastery with Soul Beast, Divinity and Demolisher with Longbow and Greatsword. So he's got a little bit of that melee and long range. Lollipop, ooh, going full Zerg, Rune of the Eagle with Berserker. He's ready for business over here. He ain't fucking around. He's already going into the quick rampage, going after Venus really fast. Venus doing a good job of mitigating, catching the blocks, sustaining. He's got the photon wall up. It's kind of like a 1v1, but on separate sides of the map over here. I'm going to go into free cam so you can kind of see both of these fights. Sherlock getting the brunt of the damage over here versus Noct. He's doing a really good job. Lollipop Princess is starting to turn around now. He's running with the Zerker Amulet, but he's still doing a good job of sustaining. Sherlock's in some big trouble over here on the other side. He's trying to kite away. He's doing a good job getting behind all OS. Now Noct is starting to turn over to Venus, who's getting a lot of pressure. They're both starting to turn and focus on Lollipop, who's going to go down, and he's running with that Berserker Amulet and Rune of the Eagle. Dab did a really good job of mitigating a lot of that damage, considering how much power he has coming out of him. It looks like Noct and Dabs are going to take the first round over here. Sorry guys, I'm just eating my cake. I don't think Sherlock's going to be able to mitigate all this damage. There is 45 seconds left in the mechanic, but I don't think he's going to make it there. Oh, wait. This is game 1, Deb? I believe this is game 1. Yeah, here we go, game 2. Lollipop Princess. I didn't get a good look at his build here. He's running with the Great Sword, Axe, and Shield. He's also got Rune of the Eagle with Berserker Amulet. He's running with Defense, Discipline, and with Arms. So he was able to do a really good job sustaining. He was fighting Dabs, but Dab did a good job of mitigating most of the damage. Considering he's running with such a strong build, you'd think that he would be able to put more damage, but Dabs did a really good job. Kudos to you, Dabs. So here we go, game 2. Let's maybe Sherlock and Lollipop can make a difference here. After this match, we're going to be entering the quarterfinals where the quarterfinals where the cream starts rising to the top. We're going to get some really, really good matches. And now we finally got through who's here and who isn't. So now everything's clarified. Lollipop taking big damage. He gets the heal off. He's running on that Zerker. He's got to start turning and burning and putting some pressure down, but he can't put anything down on the Nox or Dab. They're doing a really good job of mitigating everything. It must be frustrating for Lollipop, especially considering he's running Zerk. You'd expect to see some sort of big burst coming out of him, but there's absolutely nothing that you could see on the enemy's health bar that is indicating he's running a Berserk Amulet. And just like that, Sherlock is going to mean Lollipop Princess is down. Looks like Venus and Noct are going to take this one. So I'm just going to update the brackets over here. So our next match over here was Cameron that won that one, I believe. So actually, Dab, you're going to stay in the arena. I'm not sure if you're in Discord with me. Yeah, you are. So Dab, just stay in the Discord with me. And you're going to be up the next match, actually. It's Dab and John Doe versus John Lennon and Murrah. Dab and... what was his name now? So now we're officially entering the quarterfinals here, guys. Thanks for joining me. But by the way, I do these almost every night. 1v1s, 2v2s, 3v3s. I even do Fashion Wars contests. If you want to follow along so you can see when I do them, just click that follow button. I'd really appreciate it. Or if you're feeling extra antsy, just click that subscribe button. I'd really appreciate that. Alright, I'm just going to shamelessly promote over here. Corn, what are you eating? Cereal over there? Alright, I'm going back in. So, Dab, it's your team that enters.
Oh, we're next again?
Yeah, this is the quarterfinals. So let's take a quick look at what Murr's running over here. I believe this is Murr. Yes, it is. He's running with Alchemy Tools and Hollowsmith. And he's also got Rune of the Eagle with Knight Amulet. And he's also running with the Rifle, Legendary Predator. Let's take a look at it. Levy Killer, I believe this is. Is it Levy? No, John Lennon, my bad, sorry. Rune of Grenth with Barbarian. Ooh, Barbarian. Mighty Shield with the Sword, Axe, and Focus. He's running with Honor, Virtues, and Firebrand. Interesting with the Barbarian. Take a quick look at Noct again. He was running that support Firebrand, I believe it was. I'm not sure exactly.
Alright!
Oh, what? Thank you so much for that, man. I really appreciate it. You're the best, bro. Gifted. Zarista, you're a monster. Gifting. Thank you so much, Zarista. You're the best. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. She just gifted a sub. Thank you so much. So we go start off with stealth. Good strategy by Venus. Mur and, damn it, I forgot who it was again. And John Lennon. They're a very tough team, so it's going to be quite the battle right here. For a quarterfinals match, this is what we're expecting. This is what we want to see, this type of competition. And they're both going to be really tough teams. I think might be the first match that you're going to see that's going to go into the timer. They're both sustaining quite well, but they both can put out some heavy bursts. Boris and Prime Lightbeam are doing a really good job, but Venus and Noct are easily resustaining right back up. Prime Lightbeam's taking some heavy damage, but as a Hollowsmith, they can resustain so quickly. Their cooldowns are so short. As you can see, Prime Lightbeam, he's only got 13 seconds left on his heal. He's got his Elixir U already ready. Noct is taking some heavy damage, but he's easily resustains. He's running low on cooldowns as well, so he's got to be really careful how he engages. He's got a shield and some of his sword skills, but he's getting really, really, really low with no sort of sustain. Venus is nowhere to be seen and to peel for him, so he's trying to kite for himself. Venus is... I'm not sure where he is. He's trying to do some sustain, but he ends up getting knocked down. Boris is actually pretty low. If he was able to sustain a little longer, I think Boris would have been able to drop down. But that was still a really good match. Oh, Boris still might go down if Venus can get the hit, but he actually gets CC'd and is not able to keep the pressure. Boris doing a good job of using the levels to his advantage and gaining some distance. But he's still coming after him. He still gets the down, and he's got the CC stomp down on him. Now it's going to be Venus Raspberry versus Prime Lightbeam. He gets the big Prime Lightbeam, the Focus 5, the Focus 3, the Corona Light Burst with the Prime, with the... you know what it is. Number 4 with number 3. That's with the Photon Blitz. You know what I'm talking about. Like I said, guys, I'm kind of new, so bear with me. And that was Prime Lightbeam. Good job by Venus Raspberry to actually sustain to the end and still getting Boris down. That was a really good job. Our next match after this is going to be Taigo and Z versus Levy Killer and Mango. I believe Boris said he was going to make some changes. Yeah, he was with Barbarian Amulet last time, I believe, and I was like, that's a really interesting choice. At first, they didn't even go with amulets. Magoo. I keep saying his name is Magoo. Boris doing a good job of trying to put some pressure down onto Noct. They're trying to stay focusing on Noct. They had good success with him last time, so it looks like they're going to do the same exact thing. Dab doing a better job of peeling for him, trying to stay on top, trying to get the shockwave down. Noct still taking some heavy pressure, got stuck in the Prime Light Beam, and it looks like they're going to take this. It looks like John Lennon and Murr are going to be taking this one. Prime being still trying to keep. Vita's still trying to do a good job, doing a good job to sustaining. He's got a lot of life left. Boris is halfway health. I'd start to try to focus on Boris as much as you can before he gets too many cooldowns back. But it looks like he's already getting in the back, and Venus is taking some heavy pressure. I don't think he'll be able to survive this. So it's John Lennon and Murr that take that game. Sorry guys, I have my souvlaki over here. And I'm kind of hungry, so I'm eating it. Nice, I hit my goal. I hit my goal of 5 new subs. Woo woo! I was a new affiliate maybe 3 or 4 days ago, and I just got my 5 first subs. Thank you so much, guys. You guys are the best. I hit my goal. Woo woo! Let's take a quick look at Z. We didn't get to watch her in the first round because she actually got a bye. There was Joe Gabuga that actually ended up having to leave. His teammate left, and it was all of a sudden, so I didn't have enough time to find a replacement for him. So she's running Rune of Sanctuary with Sage Amulet, Staff with Scepter Torch. She's got Blood Magic, Soul Reaping, and Scourge. Let's take a look at Jigen. He's running with Beast Mastery, Wilderness Survival, and Soul Beast. We've got Great Sword with Longbow, Rune of Rage, and the Marauder. Let's take a quick look at Mango while we're at it. Nightmare and Wizard, Corruption, Invocation, and Herald, Virtues, Honor, and Firebrand. Running on Levy, I think. Is it Levy? Yeah, it is Levy. And it's got Aristocracy with Sage Amulet. So he's more the sustain, Mango is more the damage. And with Z, she's more the sustain, the support, and Jigen is more the damage. And let's see how that works out for them. It looks like they're focusing on Jigen. Jigen doing a good job of mitigating. Mango's in big pressure. Oh my god, he gets him with the worldly impact. Jigen takes him down really quick. And Jigen's been in a lot of my tourneys, so he knows what it's like to be under pressure, and he can land his worldly impacts quite well. They're trying to cleave as much as he can. Levy Killer didn't have any sort of signet to revive him, so now he's in big trouble. Looks like Zarissa and with Jigen might take this, but Jigen is still really low. He cleverly goes into stealth so he can avoid the damage coming out from Levy Killer, but Levy Killer is still trying to sustain, still trying to get Jigen. If he can get Jigen down, it's not over yet. He's still surviving, he's still maintaining. Now Jigen has finally fallen, but Zarissa is also blood, so she can really revive quickly. And that's where the downturn comes. And Young and Lean actually get taken out by Mango, and Levy Killer get taken out by Zarissa and Jigen. Zarissa and Jigen are actually free agents that I paired up. They both wanted to join but had no team, so I put them together kind of last minute. And I thank them for coming. Look at that. In the semifinals, winning their game 1 already. In their quarterfinals, excuse me, winning game 1 already. Good job, Jigen. Coming out with the heavy pressure really quickly. Kudos to you, my man. If you guys want to take a look at my highlight videos, that's where I've saved all my 1v1s, 2v2s, and 3v3s. So if you're curious or if you've participated in them before and you want to see yourself in action, go to those. And like I said, I'm really new, so I don't know how to control the VODs just yet. So there's a bunch of videos. If you want to take a look at the others, that's at your own risk. I don't think Mango made any changes. He's still running the same. I'm getting a Condi Revenant. So here we go. Mango trying to engage really quickly. Jigen slowly trying to get up there. He actually gets the stun on him with a rapid fire, doing a good job. Big CC again on Mango, but he's sustaining really well. This time Zarissa's in some big trouble. Good sustain from coming up from her and the big barrier. Jigen might be going down on this. He's got to get some sustain out. He's got to run, and Kite gets behind some LOS, but he's leaving Zarissa a little too long to face both of them by herself. Oof, and looks like Mango and Levy Killer are not making any mistakes. This time they're coming out really hard and really strong. Jigen trying to get the res, but I don't think he's going to be able to manage it. No, he doesn't. Now it looks like Mango and Levy take game 2. This is the second time we've gone into a game 3 during our tournament so far. This is the second game in the quarterfinals. I think maybe even game 1 we went into the quarterfinals. Let's take a look. No, game 1 we didn't in the quarterfinals. and everybody who participated in these 5 gold. Some mail. This is just for participation, Z. Everybody in the corner files is gonna get it. I should have sent it to, I'm gonna send you some too, Deb. I'm just forgetting, and now I only have time now. So whoever enters from here on in. There's Venus. Oh, I'm suppressed right now. So here we go, game 2. Let's see if Zarissa and Jigen make any changes. They're trying to go for the low ground. Jigen trying to get the rain of arrows down. Trying to get at least some sort of AoE down so you can keep some pressure. Zarissa taking some big damage. Jigen trying to go after Mango this time really hard. He's not being able to get any damage down. Levy Killer doing a really good job of kiting beside him, staying with him, and trying to support him and take off any Condi or heavy pressure that he might be sustaining. Young is getting really, really low now. He's got to be careful. So is Zarissa. Zarissa ends up going down, and maybe Jigen can get the down on Young, and he can still control the pace of this match, but it doesn't look like it. It looks like Jigen is going to be going down. So that's going to be Mango and Levy Killer that take this one. That was a 2-1 series, actually. Next is going to be Chris in Space versus Kiba and Zoj. So next up, like I mentioned, it's Space and Chris versus Zoj and who was that? Let me just take a quick look. Zoj and Kiba. Actually, this is going to be a really good match as well. Let's take a quick look at what Kiba's running here. He's got Revenant with Marauder, and he's got Shield and Sword. He's looking at Tools, Alchemy, and Hollowsmith. Let's take a look at Emerald over here, the Warrior, Core Warrior. He's got Discipline, Strength with Defense, Strength Rune with Demolisher Rune. Let's take it Israel here, Leadership with Marauder, Invocation, Devastation, Herald. Space Pen over here, Honor, Virtues, and Firebrand, and he's running with Traveler and Menders. This should be a really good match. Red team, they're both kind of feeling each other out. Kiba going in really hard. He's trying to focus. Looks like he's trying to focus on the core warrior. Spaceman trying to support for him. Keelan taking the... No. Ezreal taking the majority of the damage. He's trying to get out, but he's a Revenant, so he's got a lot of kite ability and he's got a lot of block. Spaceman starting to get low. Kiba using his Elixir S already. Ezreal's in a bad spot right now. Amaryl and Azriel, sorry. As he is trying to keep the pressure on Amaryl. Amaril's getting really low. He's in Rampage right now, but as soon as he comes out of Rampage, he's going to be a prime target for them, and they're both coming right on top of them. Keelan is getting really low. Chris and Spaceman are having a dominant match so far. Both Keelan and Amaryl are still really low. They're trying to get counter on them a little bit. Spaceman starting to get a little low himself, but he's going into his tombs. They're able to get Keelan down. Now they're going to just focus on Amaryl, who's trying to kite as best he can, but it doesn't look good for him in this situation. He's already really low as he goes all over him. Symbols have been dropped. He's trying to pull him. He gets to pull, and he's down. Oh my goodness. Chris and Spaceman doing a really, really magnificent job. Good guys. Good job, guys. Amaryl's just going to swap his warriors. He's staying on warrior. He's just going to swap his warrior. Forgot I bought candy. I just don't know where I put it. Damn it, no candy. Thanks for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. You guys are the best. So here we go again. He's changed up. He's gone Spellbreaker this time instead of Core Warrior. They're going to have to make a slight change because Space Pen's been in a lot of my 1v1s, and usually I don't allow spec changes, but in this 2v2, the only thing I don't allow is class stacking. Everything else you can change to adjust against your opponent. So it looks like Keelan's getting really focused here. He's going to be their main target. He's gone into S already. He's coming back out. He's gone into Rampage to try to mitigate some more damage, but they're all over him. They're not giving him any inch or quarter. He's trying to mitigate. He's trying to get over behind LOS. They're trying to turn on to Space Pen, but they're not getting a good enough damage to actually intimidate him to back off. They're still trying to focus. Both of them are really low, staying close together, getting caught in all his symbols and in a pull, actually, matter of fact. Now Keelan's starting to get a little away, but now as Rico, as a Revenant, it's very hard to kite. He should have tried to get onto the no port, which I think he was trying to do. And it looks like Space Pen is and Chris actually take this one and move on to the semifinals. I'm glad to see Space Pen moving into the semifinals with them. Thank you, Zoj and Keepa, for participating. I really appreciate that. And just for the record, guys, our finals match is actually going to be a best of 5 series. We're also going to have a third place match. Zoj's doing a pretty good job of actually sustaining in this match. He's going to go to the no port spot to try to keep Ezekiel off him just a little bit, because without the ports he can keep that pressure off. Ooh, he gets him with the chains. And gets the stomp. So our next match after this, Helio's team versus McCameron's team. What's up, Mango? So here we go, Spartan Cucumber. He's running with Resistance and Mender, and he's also got Salvation Retribution with Herald. So here we go. Sorry guys, I'm just doing some whispers over here. Some guys are a little confused as to the rules. And as I mentioned, the only rules in this tourney is no class stacking, and the class you start with is what you finish with. So you can be a warrior spellbreaker, a core warrior, or a berserker core warrior. So as long as you're a warrior, that's all that matters. You have to stay on that same class, and you cannot class stack. Those are the only rules in this tourney. So here we go. They're doing a really good job of both mitigating. No one's taking too much damage. Just trying to focus on the scrapper right now, McCameron's. But he's a scrapper like I mentioned, so I'm not too concerned. He's getting some good heals from, or good healing from Spartan on top. They're trying to get away now. This might be the first match. Maybe I've said this before, but this might be. McCameron's taking some big damage now. Zamja and Helio, Incarnate and Helio are actually sitting really pretty here. They're not taking too much damage. The Firebrand Scourge is a really strong combo, but Spartan and Merman are doing a really good job. If they can sustain to the 2-minute timer, it would really change the dynamic of the match, as Mana can no longer do any healing for the Scourge, so it's going to really negate any of his purpose as a build. They've just got to survive until the time limit, and it looks like they're doing a good job. Maybe they even spec for that. So here, yeah, it looks like he's got Mender with the healing, and he's got the resistance, so it looks like they're definitely trying to use the map mechanic, and that's a super smart move to use, because it then really negates his Amata. He can't do anything, and there's only 30 seconds left. This is going to get really interesting right now. Spartan is still really high up. They're both sustaining each other. I didn't expect them to do this, but that's why it's also best of 3, because now, also at the same time, if they do lose, Helio and Incarnate can actually recounter to their counter. So it's also a lot about strategy, you know what I mean? Not going in and just beating up your team, but there's also a lot of strategy. What your opponent is, trying to feel them out in the first match. Here we go, 1 second left, that's it. 0 healing is allowed, and there's AoE effect that comes from the bottom and the top. And if the match continues to go even longer than normal, the AoE will eventually consume the entire space. McCammon's taking a lot of damage here. They can't sustain as well. Actually, Telio is Incarnate. Oh, sorry, guys. Let me get rid of that really quick. He falls into the AoE. Cameron goes into the AoE. Spartan goes in as well. I don't think they understand the map mechanic. And they actually go down. They must have understood the map mechanic, because it looked like their tactic was to wait until the 2-minute timer. It was definitely a really good idea. The execution, I don't think, was there. Not sure what that noise was. Once again, guys, I'll take this time to thank you for watching. If you like this kind of content, just click that follow or click that subscribe button. I really appreciate you coming to watch. So they're going to be going into round 2. I don't think they're going to make any changes. No, it's Incarnate on the Scourge, and we got Helio on the Firebrand. Scourge is running Curses, Soul Reaping, and Scourge. Let's see if McCameron is still going for that Bunky build. Scrapper, Alchemy, and Inventions. He's going with Mender and Monk. And Spartan is still going with that. Yeah, he's still going with Mender and Resistance. Sorry guys, I'm still grabbing my Sulaki over here on the side. So Zamarin and Helio just staying inside their base. And they're probably not understanding that it's going to go to the timer, so they're not really worried. They're kind of just sitting back and relaxing. They have a pretty good understanding of where it's going to go, so they're not going to pressure them. Let's take a look at Helio's work over here as a Firebrand. They're underneath this thing that gives you a really bad camera angle, but I'd like to see what Helio's actually doing during his skills. This camera angle is just too nasty, I can't watch it. Yeah, that's exactly what it's going to be. Sustained match until 2 minutes. Let's see if McCameron and Spartan Cucumber can make a difference. And don't fall into the AoE. And try to actually get maybe a knockback of their own. But they're definitely going to have to take into consideration that maybe just before the timer they can put a little extra pressure onto maybe Helio or to Incarnate. But it looks like Things Unclean is taking a lot of damage right now. This is the type of thing that they want to do near the end of the time limit. Maybe around 5 seconds. So he takes a lot of damage and then there's no chance for him to resustain afterwards. And they have 40 seconds to regain their cooldown. See, this is what they want to do. They're doing a really good job. The Things Unclean is getting really low. They're keeping a lot of pressure. And they're keeping pressure on the Firebrand as well. He's getting at 18%. Can they finish this down? That's the type of pressure that they're supposed to do near the end. I would really try to save it near the end. Now my Cameron ends up going down, which is super unfortunate. That was a really good try though. They got really, really, really close to getting Incarnate down, but they were unsuccessful. And Spartan has gone down. So that's Helio's group that moves in. We're about to officially start the semifinals. So we got John Lennon and Murr versus Mango and Levy Killer. I really wish my candy was close and I could grab it. God damn it. I don't know where it is now. Sorry guys, I'm just trying to divvy up what the total is. What I'm going to give out to the winners here. Let's take a quick look at Yuri. I think this is Levy Killer. Yeah, Levy here. He's running with Aristocracy and Sage. He's also running Virtue's Honor and Firebrand. Axe Shield with Sword Focus. Mango, really quickly. Nightmare with Carry On and Corruption. And he's going Condi. Firebrand Virtue's Honor. Sage Amulet with Rune of the Grenth, and we got Prime Light Beam over here running Berserker actually. I'm going to watch Prime Light Beam for this one. He's trying to engage quickly. He's actually left Boris in the back a little bit, but he's trying to get him to use some cooldowns. He's running Berserker, so he's got to be extra careful. So he's already doing the combo, but I think Berserker was a bad choice for him as he gets annihilated right there. Mango and Levy are no jokes. You have to take them seriously, especially if you're going to run Berserker. Maybe he was going to try to get the big down on Mango before Levy could get the actual sustain down on him, but it didn't seem to work out the way they wanted it. Looks like Prime Light Beam and Boris are down. Hold on guys, I'll be back momentarily. I'm sure I won't miss the match. Give me 2 seconds. Come on, load me in. I'm going to game in so you can switch. Give me 1 minute guys, I'm going to go get my goddamn game. Now, Prime Light Beam actually swift off Berserker. Looks like he's going a little more serious here. He took way too much damage way too quickly. Now, Mango's trying to put pressure on him. But he's got good sustain as a firebrand. Maybe he wasn't the best target. But it looks like they're doing a much better job as their tankier builds. Mango ends getting really low right now. Prime Light Beam's not joking around. He's trying to trail him really good. He gets him with the follows auto attack. He's able to finish him, but can he get the res? He's not able to get the res. Here we go in our game 2. A game 3 in this series as well. We haven't had many game 3s, but this is the semi-final, so this is what I should be expecting. Sorry guys, I'm eating my candy. Looks like they're actually trying to sustain back in the spawn. Not trying to engage, trying to stay away from Prime Light Beam's big damage. But he's not doing a good job. He's almost like trapped like a rat right now. Ooh, thank you so much for that. Thanks for the follow, man. I really appreciate that. Queen's Dagger, you're the best, man. Things like that really... Oh, looks like they go for Mango right away. He's down. Prime Light Beam and Boris take this. That was really quick work by Prime Light Beam. He was not messing around in that match. Came out really, really, really strong. And I'm not sure if it was a good idea for them to stay inside their little hole over there. But it looks like Prime Light Beamer, his group takes this. So our next match after this is going to be Chris and Space Pen, which I'm really excited to see, versus Helio and Incarnate. I'm actually excited for this match right here. We're going to take a quick look at what they're running. He's got Marauder with Leadership, Invocation, Devastation, and Herald. We got Space Pen on this side. He's running Honor, Virtues, and Firebrand. Running Traveler with Menders. He's actually got Shield, Axe, with Focus Sword. Helio still always got Deadshot with Nightmare. He's still with Curses, Soul Reaping, and Scorch. And his Firebrand pocket is going to be running with Valor, Honor, and Firebrand, and he's also running with Monk and Menders with the Staff, Mace, Shield. Let's see what tactic that Space Pen and Chris end up taking for this. Chris goes in for the heavy engage on Helio. He's actually able to put some big damage down. Let's see if Space Pen can sustain just as well as a Mazenta can do. He's actually far away from his opponent, so he can't get much cleave down on him. Now the Revenant is trying to kite away a bit, but they're putting some heavy pressure on him. It looks really dangerous. He tries to get the pull to try to get some peel for him, but he still can't, and he takes the big damage, and down he goes. The match has already started. Sorry about that, guys. I was just writing out something to some of the contestants. Arzeek's already taken the heavy pressure. Spaceman's got to do a better job of staying with his partner, because if he doesn't, he's not able to sustain. But I don't think he's actually running staying. Yes, he is with healing. He should be able to stay close to him and support, just like Samantha is. But maybe the Revenant is just getting too far away from him, and he's not able to keep up. He's trying to get some pressure down on Samantha, but he's not getting anything out onto Helio, I mean. And he needs to be able to get some counter pressure. If he doesn't, things are just going to fall the way they did in the first match. Spaceman's trying to peel for him, but he can't do anything really right now at the moment. Samantha getting some good distance, hopefully able to get some good cooldowns. He knocks him down. Samantha, let's look at his cooldowns right now. He's not looking too pretty. He's got his glint heal, but it might not be in time. He's got 2 seconds. Maybe he can get it off. He just gets his glint heal off just in time. That might not even be enough to get some sustain. He's starting to get some pressure onto them, but the quick barrier, and that's the problem. They weren't able to put any pressure onto the blue team. They had a lot of cooldowns. So when they did finally manage to do something, and that looks like Zoj is moving forward. I mean, Helio is moving forward into the finals. We're gonna move on to the second place team. Actually, it's gonna be Chris and Spacepen versus Mango and Levy Killer. Let's see if they're still here. Both teams are still here. So here we go for our third place match. This is going to be a best of 3 series. We've got Mango over here running with Demolisher and the leadership. He's got Devastation, Invocation, and Herald. We got Young Lin. This is Levy Killer, I believe. Yes, it's Levy Killer, Virtues, Honor, and Firebrand. We've got with Rune of Aristocracy, and the Sage Amulet. Leadership and Marauder for Zeke, the Revenant, Devastation, Herald, and Invocation. And we got Spacepen over here with Honor, Virtues, and Firebrand. He's running with Rune of the Traveler and Mender's Amulet. This is for a third place match, best of 3. And thanks so much for watching, guys. If you like this content and if you want to see me do more of it, just click that follow or subscribe button and you'll be able to see when I do them. I do them almost every single day. I'd really appreciate it if you click that follow or subscribe. Thanks so much. Either way, if you don't, just for watching. So Spacepen's getting some heavy pressure over here. Zeke to you, they're both at half health. They're going to have to be able to put some counter pressure. This is exactly like the other match. They're not able to put any pressure down, and Zeke doesn't seem like he can do much. The Firebrand Revenant combo, and this is exact mirror match almost. And it looks like they actually get some big pressure down on Ying. They're finally able to turn it around. Spacepen getting some good sustain and good pulls. These are all inside his symbols right now. Zeke's looking really bad. Mango's already down though. This could go down to red team. Ooh, it's still really close. Young could still pull it out if he gets the down. There is the down there. Mango, Spacepen getting really low. Young trying to do a good job, but no. Mango goes down, which brings Arzeak back up. So he's not able to maintain. And unfortunately, he gets the loss. That was a really good fight, actually, though. Sorry guys, I'm eating my candy. I'm trying to eat it as fast as I can. So Spaceman and Ezreal actually took that first round. It didn't look too good for them at the beginning of the match, but then they were able to counter with some big bursts, get the pressure down, make them start running, so they couldn't put pressure down, so they're actually mitigating damage, and actually got the down on Mango. It was really close near the end, but it was still really good. Ezreal, oof, this doesn't look really good. Oh my god, he's already down. Can Spaceman get the res before he gets too close into down, too far down to downstate? No, that's it. Mango and Levy not fucking around that match, coming out really, 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 really strong. Let's see if they made any changes to their builds. It doesn't seem like it. Maybe Lean did. No, I don't think so. It looks exactly the same. So that goes to Mango the Mist and Young Beline. I think that was game 1-1 series here. At 1-1 series. So this is going to be interesting to see. Spacepen's team pulled out the first match kind of really luckily. They got a big burst down, and then Mango's team won the second match really handedly. So let's see how the red team compensates for how the blue team came out on that one. So here they go, starting with the engage. Ariel going in really fast. He's got to be careful, but he's able to put some good damage on Mango, but Lean is able to sustain really quickly, but they're getting him to burn some cooldowns really quickly. Actually, no, he still seems really good, Lean. He's not even in his tombs yet, sustaining really, really well. Kudos to him. He's finally gone into his Tomb of Courage. Spacepen getting really low already. He's gone through his Tomb of Courage as well. Azriel's got a couple cooldowns left. He can sustain. His healing should be coming up soon. Oof, big burst coming out from Mango to take it. And that looks like Mango and Levy take it. So I'm going to send everything to Mango here. Oops, I got to go get the gold. Damn it. I just gotta go into my bank to get the Mr. Coins and the longbow skin. So this is going to be a prime. No, this is not our. Yes, this is our finals match. Where's Mango now? Third place with getting 60 gold, 50 gold, and 60 Mr. Coins. Run and promote really quickly. They shouldn't start their match before I get back, that's for sure. They haven't even readied up yet. Hopefully this load goes fast. Come on, load me in, load me in. Come on, load me in, buddy. Sorry, guys. Oops, wrong button. So now we're in our finals, guys. Best of 5 series. Oh shit, it already did start. My bad. But it's Prime Light Beam with Boris and Johnson, so it's and Samantha Incarnate and Helio versus Murr and who was it? John Lennon. Okay, doing a good job on Samantha, but Prime Light Beam is taking some heavy damage. I wonder if he's running Zerker or Marauder. No, he's back on Marauder. He's trying to keep some pressure on Samantha. Trying to, at least they can do is try to separate the two. Boris is taking some heavy damage now. Good job by Prime Light Beam, actually getting the Prime Light Beam down, getting some damage, but they're just negating it. Heavy, certain things he's getting really low now. He's trying to keep the cleave up. They're trying to peel away a bit, but that gives too much sustain for things of Uncertain, which is Incarnate. Okay, so he's already gone through 2 tombs. One of his Tomb of Justice is about to come back. They're doing a good job sustaining right now. There's halfway through the match. Boris is getting really low now. He's in danger zone, and he actually gets the stomp down. Oof. It's really hard to keep up with the pace, especially, like I said, guys, I've only been streaming for about 2 weeks, almost 3, so it's very hard for me. I'm just starting to get good with 1v1s. 2v2s are a whole different story, just to try to keep track of all the moves and what's going on. It's really difficult. But I'm trying here, so I thank you for your patience, and I thank you for coming out to watch this, guys. Hit that click that follow button or that subscribe button. Thank you so much for coming, man. So that's game 1. This is going to be a 5v5, best of 5 series, sorry. He's going berserk now, Prime Light Beam. Boris is still the same, but he's going berserk this time. Maybe he's going to try to catch him off guard. I don't like this camera angle. He's trying to get the heavy pressure out, but he's not able to get the damage. Even with the Berserker amulet, I don't think there's much of a difference. Considering Zamat can heal so well, you just got to get a good combo off if you can. Look how close and tight-knit they are. Let's take a look at Helio, actually. Boris taking a lot of damage. He's still got Condi on him. He's able to cleanse most of it. Starting to resustain. Ooh, now they're turning on to Prime Light Beam with Zerker Amulet, and he goes down. I think their best tactic is to try to wait till the timer. I don't think they have much of a choice. Nope, Prime Light Beam is staying on Zerk. He's going balls to the walls. He figures why not. So here we go, game 3. Are they going to sweep them in this series? Prime Light Beam trying to get the leap, but he doesn't get the connection. It's certain things. He got some actually good damage on Uncertain, but he's able to sustain from Zamata really well. Prime Light Beam's got to be really careful. He always uses his Prime. He can't get his heal off, and that's it, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to send to him. Oh, let me split this. plus 55. And now Prime Light Beam. So those are our winners, guys. That's Helio and Helio and Incarnate who take it. Prime Light Beam and his partner, I forgot who, and I forgot who. Damn it, where is Prime? There he is. Let me send his mail. He gets 100 of these. I'll give him 101 just for being good sport, and 35 gold. Oh, I can only send him 29. Whoops, I don't know why I only have 29 gold, but
Open the world of music. A new music streaming service. All the ways music moves you, together in one place.
oh yeah, he does get a skin.